As a man, you gotta learn how to just keep things simple, bro. You know, you see so many videos all over the internet, all these gurus, all these high profile, motivational, red pillar, whatever it is out there. I feel like there's just too much complication going on, especially in this manosphere. You know, as a man, I believe we're called to just be simple. You know, I always talk about it, especially in the war club. I talk about being a simple man, right? And in my humble opinion, you see all these videos across the whole internet of how to be attractive, right? How to be, whether it's better looking or just having a more attractive charisma aura about you, being charming. And I just feel like things are getting way too complex, way too complicated. And I think it's so simple. At the root of everything, man, it's, the essence of an attractive man. It comes down to three things. So I'm going to dive into it right now. Number one is an attractive man is comfortable in his own skin. You know, it's really hard to be comfortable in your own skin when you don't know, not necessarily just who you are, but when you don't know whose you are. You got to get that down. That's numero uno right there. When you know whose you are, when you know that you're a child of God, when you know that He's got, He reigns supreme and He's got you in the palm of His hands, now you can relax. You can take a big breather. You can pause. You can take a timeout. And you can now know in your head that, hey, I'm enough. I'm whole just the way I am. I don't got to really do nothing, be nothing. I don't got to prove myself, prove my value, prove my worth to nobody. God's already shown me. Christ already showed me when He hung upon that cross. Right? And don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that, to just be you and to settle right here, right? I'm not saying to never progress and never push your limits, push and go to that next level in life. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is now you can do it from a different place. Not a place of neediness and anxiousness and trying to be somebody that I'm not and just reacting out of fear. I talk about this in my confidence course. When you sign up for the Wake Up Warrior Club, this is a course that you automatically get. And I talk about how, confidence, essentially it's like having two weights in your hands and you're in this swimming pool and you're trying to swim up to the surface, trying to catch your breath, right? And if you tread water hard enough with these weights in your hand, with these dumbbells in your hand, you might be able for a second to catch your breath and then keep treading, right? But eventually you're going to exhaust yourself and you're going to sink to the bottom of that pool and you're going to drown eventually, one way or another. And what those weights, what they represent is trying to be, trying to do, trying to perform. Why not just let go of those weights, bro? So that way now you can just effortlessly swim to the top of that surface and just kind of float, right? Just kind of be rather than do. You gotta let go. You gotta stop trying to be, stop trying to do, stop trying to impress her, stop trying to impress them. Even with God, bro, it's like, stop trying to make Him proud and to not sin and to be perfect and just know that, hey, you're forgiven. He's taking care of you. It was paid on the cross. We got a lot of dudes right now, especially in the Warriors realm. They're doing these posts in here, and it's cool. I get to see everybody interact and help out these guys and engage with them. But, I do notice a similar pattern, especially the more younger dudes, the dudes who are kind of wet behind the ears, who are kind of immature in their faith and their walk with God, right? It's kind of the same similar pattern. They do a little post on there and they're freaking out. Guys, I broke my no-fap streak. I fell back into my temptation, back into my sin. I can't overcome my lust and all my addictions. What do I do, guys? I can't do it. I can't be perfect. And it's like, I was talking about this on a war call today with my boys in the War Club, right? I was talking about how, as you mature, as you get older, you realize, that's the realization is that, hey, I can't do it. I can't do it alone. I'll never be good enough. I'll never be perfect enough. That's why we rely on Christ. That's why we cling to Him and put our focus on Him, because He's the only one who can be perfect. He's the only one. So why are we actively trying to perform and do when He has already done? He's already accomplished. When He hung on that cross, before He took His last breath, He said what? it is finished. So, hey, look, you got to learn how to scale back, bro. Be comfortable in your own skin, not by performing stunts, but by releasing the need to have to perform them. Whether you're having a good season in your life where you got a job promotion or you got a new girlfriend and just everything's going good, you're getting all these new subscribers on YouTube, whatever it is. Or if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum and life is just sucking, you're going through a season of suck where your girl broke up with you, she maybe cheated on you, maybe your business is tanking, you're losing your ass, whatever it is. Whatever season you're going through, high or low, because we all go through all of them. That's just the motion. That's just the flow of life. You got to surrender. You got to be willing to say, hey, you know what? Oh, well, God still got me. I know who I am, but even more importantly than that, I know whose I am. That right there is the state of mind you have to be in. And then, okay, progress from there. And then try to move forward and push forward into your purpose. Right? And that's what self-improvement is about. Self-improvement is not about becoming someone that you are currently not. It's about scaling back all the things that got in the way, all the crap, all the poor mindsets that you've adopted over the years, and becoming the person you always were and who God has predestined you to be. Which leads me to number 2. An attractive man knows where he's going. He's got vision. He's got direction. He's got a system in play to achieve those goals or whatever he's aiming at, whatever that target is in his life. And check this out. Even if that system fails, even if things don't go exactly as planned, because again, that's just life. Life happens. Even if he doesn't know exactly what's about to happen to him, he rests in the one who does. Genesis 12:1, it says right here, the Lord had said to Abram, go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land that I will show you. To the land I will show you. What's that mean? Go to the land where you, God, will eventually one day, sometime soon in the near future, will show me. In essence, what God is saying to Abram and what God is saying to you, more specifically watching this right now, is, hey, just get up. Get up off your butt, walking one step at a time, and I'll show you where to go along the way. Just have that faith in me that I'm going to lead you. I'm going to take care of you. I'll orchestrate everything just the way it needs to be. First, you just need to get up, though, and start walking in faith. Which now leads me into number 3. Not only does an attractive man know where he's going, but he has fun while he's going there. Kobe Bryant, my favorite athlete of all time. I got a chance to meet him when I was younger. My mom actually, she motivated me to write him a letter. He got the letter. He read it. He got a kick out of it. And yeah, long story short, I got to meet him, and it was just it was awesome, man. He made my life, bro. That's something I'll never forget. Even got the day after he passed, me and my dad both got this, his logo right here tatted on our forearm. But one thing that he said that always stuck with me, that was just so powerful, that I've always, I've kind of held close to my heart, was the dream is not to win the championship or, get the trophy, get the success or the notoriety. The dream's not to get the woman, get the crib, get the cars, the fancy things. Those things are nice, but that's not the dream. You know what the dream is? The dream is when you still show up, when you still put the work in, even on the days where you feel like complete doo-doo, where your mind's all wonky, where you're feeling low, you're feeling unmotivated, uninspired, but you still show up. You still show up to the gym. You still show up on that run. You still write that YouTube video script and film the video. You still hang out with your bros, even on those days where you feel tempted to just seclude yourself and wallow in all your self-pity and depression. Or how about those days where you're mad at your girl, but you still take her out on a date. You still show her a good time and romance her and show her how much you love her. You don't show up and be a superhero just on the days where you feel pumped. No. You show up even on the days where you feel uninspired, where you feel frustrated, weak. You have to see it as an opportunity to grow and most importantly, to have fun during that process, during that journey of going wherever you want to go as a man, right? To stay light through it all. I talked about this in a video a few times ago for those of you who missed it. As a man, you got to stay light. God says, my burden is light, my yoke is easy, and we got to take upon that yoke, bro. You can't be always weighed down and anchored to all your emotions and heaviness and dark thoughts and frustration and depressions, right? Nah, man. You got to cut ties with those things sometimes. You got to keep looking up, looking to God. But honestly, bro, that's that temptation that us men, we always face. The second things get dark, when we go through a low, dark valley, a low season, what do we tend to want to do? We want to dam up. We want to wallow in our self-pity. It feels good when people feel bad for us, and we want to seclude ourselves. And it's like, no, bro, you cannot do that. You cannot seclude yourself. At all costs, you cannot seclude yourself. Satan has been getting men secluded since day one with Adam, bro. When did Satan attack Adam? It's when or even Eve. When did Satan make his first move? It was when they were alone, when they were secluded, when they were separated from each other. That's where he does his best work. That's why tribe, that's why community, that's why I created the Warriors Realm, a free community for you to tap into and to connect with other men. God said it's not good for man to be alone. So we have to collaborate. We have to have partnership. This is also what's going to help keep us light and have fun throughout the journey of life. Remember, as men of God, and I'm going to finish this off with a bang right here, bro. As men of God, we got God on our side. Don't forget that. And by having God on our side, what does this mean? It means that we can rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that God is using it for the good, right? He's going to use this suffering. He's going to use this pain to catapult you, right? Everything I do here on the internet, the reason why I'm able to do it and speak on it and give wisdom is because I've been through it. Sometimes I'm currently going through it, right? If I didn't go through these heavy, dark things, I wouldn't have the knowledge. I wouldn't have the wisdom to pass along to you. I was reading James 1:2-4 the other day, the MSG version, which is kind of like the expanded version. And check out what it says right here. It says, "Consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work." In the NIV version, it said, let perseverance finish its work, right? So you become mature and well-developed, not deficient in any way. Ooh, I don't know about you, but that's the type of man I want to be. I want to be one who's not deficient in any way. But that can only happen by letting perseverance do its work. It's funny, man. Every man wants to grow, become tougher and grittier. But when it comes down actually for growth and for expansion, they always want to run. It's like, bro, that's literally the only way you can grow. I mean, yeah, you can read books and watch videos, but that only gives you knowledge. What you want is heart, mental toughness, grit. You want to be sharpened. But like a sword must go through that heat. It must go through that forging process. But of course, as you're going through that process, you can count it all as pure joy. Stephen Furtick, you know what he said the other day? He said, you never feel like you're growing when you're actually growing. Look, bro, look. If life was just perfect all the time, it went exactly how you wanted it to, guess what would happen? You would get soft. Your testosterone would literally plummet. Your balls would shrink up, shrivel up, like little raisins. It's funny, I don't know how many times you guys have said this. I know I've said it quite a lot of times in my own life. Oh, man. I wish he would just come back now, man. So that way I don't have to deal with my life anymore, dude, because, just life's getting so hard. But in essence, when you're saying silly stuff like that, what you're really doing is you're keeping your kids from having a great father, your wife from having just a tough husband, a tough leader of the home. And so you have to be able to see past your own nose. You got to look at the bigger purpose that's going on behind the scenes. There's a bigger plan behind it all that God is trying to orchestrate. He's trying to build you. And so, hey, look, the less trials that you go through, the less fire, the less heat that you go through, the less of a man you're going to actually be. And when your kids one day soon, when they go through their own struggles of their own, when they go through their own trials, and when your wife, when she's going through dark seasons of her own, and if you don't have any answers, if you got no wisdom, no experience to give, your kids, when they look up to you, when they see you, they're gonna start thinking to themselves, Daddy's kind of soft. He's kind of a weasel. I don't know about you, but that's not what I want my kids to be saying about me. I want my kids to be saying, hey, ask Dad. He's always got a good word of advice. He'll know what to do. That's the goal right there. So, hey, look, you got to change your perspective. It's most of the time, it's way better to taste that bitter taste of loss than it is to taste sweet victory. Because come to think of it, nobody grows at the top. So, hey, with that said, hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure that you sign up to our free community, the Warriors Realm, or if you want to take things to the next level, and if you got temptations, addictions, vices that are holding you back, that are pulling you down, that you want to completely obliterate and conquer, join our tribe. We'll help you. We'll get you all dialed in. We go on daily calls. We keep each other accountable. We push each other. It's nothing but just brotherly love, support, encouragement, and it'll definitely help you stay sharp as a man. So if you want to be a part of that, that's called the Wake Up War Club. I'll link that down below as well. With that said, appreciate you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.